I wanted to let you go and experience more, because if there's something better for you, I want that for you. And vice versa, like if there's somebody better for me, like I want you to want that for me.
Probably not, but.
Of course not.
Hi, I'm Shan Boudram, but now Shan Brady as of 3 weeks ago. I am 33 years old and I'm a sex and relationship educator.
I'm Jared Brady and I'm 27 and I record music. We are married.
Very newly married.
Married for 23 days.
Married for 23 days.
We actually met, I used to promote like a lounge bar / thing, and I invited a mutual friend of ours and she actually showed up with him. But I don't really remember that night because I was like drinking a little bit.
I don't know why, but this comes to mind. Like, I'm not sure if he was doing that, but when I think about when I first saw him, he was like, that dude was like moving through the crowd and stuff. So like, that was my first impression. I was like, yeah, this dude has swag. But unfortunately, he never did come to dance with me. So that's how we met, but we didn't actually end up meeting each other in person until a year after that.
She followed me on Instagram. She sent me a message like, let's hang out. And then I was like, all right. We had established that, you know, her and I were just going to be, am I allowed to cuss on here? Oh yeah. We were just gonna be fuck buddies. I don't know, we just kind of got each other on a very deep level, very like honest in the beginning. Everything was up on the table.
The first time I ever got to have a moment with you was inside my apartment, which now that I think about that is a little frightening.
Terrifying. I knocked on the door, you took an extra long time to answer. And when you answered, I was so relieved. I was like, you're real.
Yeah.
You're a real person.
I was actually in New York and I was spending time with another dude while I was in New York. I was there for work, but I have friends around town and stuff. The next day, I was reflecting on my way to the airport and I was like, I had this great time with this dude in New York. He's like, we really vibe, he's really cool, I vibe with him. And then I'm like, I have this amazing connection with my friends at Benefits. Like, we're just so in sync, he understands me. And so I tweeted out I am learning so much about love without being an Eros love. An Eros love is a romantic love, like a deeply devoted romantic love. And Jared texted me and was like, wait a second, so is our love not romantic?
I can't remember exactly what the tweet is, but it had something to do with love. And I remember just being like, so wait, we don't have this type of love?
And then I was like, but do you love me? And then he was like, yeah, I do. And then I'm like, oh, I love you too.
I had to Google what,
Eros.
Eros. I had to Google what Eros meant. And so you're like, wait, you know what this means? Like, yeah, I know what it means. Yeah, I know what it means. Google know what it means.
We actually started calling our relationship open because I had somebody from my past who I had unfinished feelings for that I hadn't seen in a number of years come back into my life. And so I had to come to Jared and be like, this is an unanswered question that if I don't get clarity on, I think this is gonna haunt me forever. So I need the opportunity to spend time with this person and for there not to be any limits on that.
I wanted her to go and see what she felt about this person and choose me and say, you know, I wanna be with you. Just because we're open doesn't mean that we don't feel, jealous for when someone's going on a date or something like that. When it has happened, of course we feel jealous about it, but I wanted to let you go and experience more, because if there's something better for you, I want that for you. And vice versa, like if there's somebody better for me, like I want you to want that for me.
Probably not, but.
Of course not. But yeah, no, that's the reason why I felt like you should go and experience that. Because it would feel so much better to wake up to you every day knowing that you chose to wake up with me.
Even when you've done music videos with other girls, right? It's not 100% completely yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do. There's still that little thing, but I actually, in some ways, enjoy that thing because it reminds me that this isn't a person that I own. This is an individual that I have the privilege of sharing time with, and I should never take that for granted.
There was a time when we went on a hike, and this was at the time that we were still kind of just having sex. We weren't really anything official yet. And she had asked me to go with her to something or do something with her, and I was like, I don't know about that because that's gonna put me in a different category, and I was really trying to like, I don't know, slow it down, and she was like, well, if you don't see anything here, then what are we doing? Like, why are we, you know, going on dates then? We should have just kept it on just friends with benefits. We ended up like not talking for a while because of that. But I think that was the biggest argument that we had.
The day that I thought he was going to propose and he didn't, I was on a show and it was like my last day of taping for the show. He insisted on coming. He was like, I gotta be there early. Like, he just made this big thing where I was like, oh, and sure enough, like nothing, you know? It's just like another day and it finished and it didn't happen. And we got into the car and I didn't want to be upset because I'm like, this is so stupid of me, but we were starting to really create a life together. And because of the fact as well too that our relationship was titled Open, there was just always so much negativity around our relationship and people thinking we don't see each other in a serious light. And to me, solidifying our feelings with marriage would really just help to clear all that up.
What'd you say?
The engagement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Makeup or breakup.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. I told him about the time we went on a hike.
Oh, early on.
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't remember anything. Oh, yes, that was a problem.
Like, I think we come into relationships with an idea of how it's supposed to be. We have a picture or a template that we want to like match up. Like, we're tracing almost. We're not creating new art. We're tracing what we've been told all these years. And then that moment, I'm like, oh, rip that piece of paper up. That's not what this is. This is Jared. This is a new person. This is something different. And maybe you don't just get surprised by an engagement. Maybe you have to have a conversation and he's gonna know your ring size in advance. And like, that's okay. That's still beautiful. And when the moment came, like you said, it was still beautiful to me.
I see a couple children. I see a strong legacy and foundation. And I just see, I don't know, I'm just so excited to grow old with you.
I see joy. I see like limitless building. I see businesses. I see kids. I see experiences. But definitely the kids part, you know, scares me the most. I'm grateful to be dating a younger person for that reason because it's very new, but something that I definitely feel.
I'm excited to get old and just angry at the world together.
I'm already angry at the world, so how about you be? I think the kids thing is sensitive for me. I think it's scary for me. It's like a new thing for me. And when I look at you, I'm like, yes, Dad, you know? And I've never looked at someone before like that.
Ever since I met you, I feel like I became a better person and I got to enjoy life a lot more through you.
You make me feel like spreading the news. I don't know how to say that better. I feel like we just did our vows too, so I'm like trying to copy and paste those, but copy and paste everything I said, Jared, like you're the shit. That's all, you're the shit. I do.
Yo, Jubilee fam, thank you for watching. Ian here, Gene right there rocking out to music. We love making things that encourage people to dig deeper, to be more vulnerable, to live deeper. Check out more videos there, subscribe here, and we'll see you around next time.